So it's Mario Bautista who had the phenomenal weekend win over Brian Kelleher. Mario, I just got to ask you a couple days later, man. I mean, how happy are you with that performance?
Oh, looking back at it, nah, I'm super happy with it. I wish they could all go like that. I was prepared for like a 3-round war, but yeah, I couldn't be any happier.
Yeah, Brian's a tough guy, so I know there was a possibility that could have been a battle, but instead you got out of that early. So how do you go back and watch it? I mean, are you a guy that right away you're in the back wanting to watch it again and see it over and over? I mean, how do you relive the fight afterwards?
Oh, I've watched it like at least like 20 times already. I just watched it over and over, and yeah, I was super happy with how it went, and I got to showcase you know in the amount of time it took quite a bit of everything. From stand up, takedowns, clinching for about 10 seconds. So yeah, I was super happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful little foot sweep was amazing. The transition to the back was incredible. I mean, jiu-jitsu game, judo game, all blended together. I mean, fantastic. I mean, are you a grappler? Are you a striker? What are we seeing out of you these days?
Oh man, I'm trying to keep the whole division guessing. I'm from flying knees to rear naked chokes. You don't know what's gonna come.
That's what I'm thinking. I thought you were going to try to win the thing on the feet. I never knew you'd be able to take it to the ground and beat him there. That was fantastic. Did you see the fight going that way at all? I know you said you were prepared for a battle, but did you see like, hey, I think I could probably get him on the ground?
Yeah, well, I figured he would like initiate the wrestling, but I was gonna keep it going, and kind of try to gas him out a little bit. Maybe try to take him into the later rounds and really push the pace on him. That's what I wanted to do right off the bat. So yeah, I mean, but got the wrestling done and got him out of there pretty quick.
I can tell you that outside of the cage, a lot of us, around were just kind of looking at each other like, wow, man, what kind of a performance was that? I don't want to put any salt in the wound, but to be honest, I thought you were walking away with a bonus check that night, man. It was that good of a performance. So I wonder, were you watching the rest of the night, like kind of scratching off, like, no, I still got a bonus. I still got a bonus.
No, that yeah, me and my coaches were back at the hotel watching the fights, and each fight like, oh, this could be a good fight, but just keep it boring. Just keep it a little bit boring, And it is what it is. I was a little surprised. I thought I would get it over at least the heavyweights, um, and even for I found out that Olberg didn't get the bonus either, and I thought he would have got the
Right.
bonus for sure. So,
Yeah.
like I said, it is what it is. I got the win over a quality opponent, and maybe we'll get it next time.
Yeah, keep fighting like that. More bonuses will be on the way. So talk to me your post fight routine, man. I mean, do you take some time off, relax, decompress a little bit? Are you right back into the gym kind of guy? What do you do?
Oh well, I'm always at the gym, but I'm not going as hard as I usually do. But I was thinking about taking a little vacation. I wanted to look at some tattoos that I've been wanting to get, and I got to take a couple weeks off for those. So, but we'll see. We'll see if I even go through with it. Once the comes down to the needles, I might think twice.
What are we thinking? You got something big planned? Is this like a big project, or what are you thinking?
Well, I didn't think it was going to be a big project because I was looking at some guy in Portland, Oregon, and I was like, I messaged him like maybe like 3 weeks ago. Hey, what's your scheduling look like? Blah blah blah. I want to maybe get in at the end of July, and then they messaged me back saying, "Oh, we're scheduling for spring of 2023." I was like, "Oh, well, that ain't going through." So I guess I'll set the appointment and see what's going on around that time.
That's insane. This must be one hell of an artist he's booked up for a year out.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love his work. He has like a traditional kind of style and these eagles that he does, and just been wanting to fill up my arm a little bit. So, but it looks like I'll have to wait till next year.
Then you definitely need the bonus check to help pay for that, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sure with that weight, it's not going to be a cheap tattoo.
All right, so listen, as you were still kind of celebrating your victory, I was talking to John Crouch just briefly because again, I was so impressed by your performance, and John was like, "That sets the tone for a big week." You know what I mean? Kind of laying it out there for the gym, rolling into UFC 276. Did you feel that responsibility a little bit as well to kind of set the tone for what is a big time for your gym?
Oh yeah, you don't want to go in there and just have like a bad performance, and then everyone just kind of think about my performance. So yeah, I definitely wanted to go in there, like you said, set the tone, set the pace for everyone. And we got more fights after Jared, so I definitely wanted to keep it up. We've been having a great year. So yeah, wanted to keep up the momentum.
What can you tell us about Jared Cannonier's preparation? You know, watching him get ready for a world title fight. I mean, the guy's obviously always training intensely, but I imagine things ramped up even a little bit more for this world title fight.
Yeah, definitely. His mindset for this fight, it's always the same, the you could tell the pressure or nothing is getting to him. And so I'm excited for Jared. He has, you know, all the abilities to make it happen and definitely the power. So I'm excited to see how this fight goes, as a teammate and as a fan.
Yeah, as a fan, I'm excited for this. I mean, Israel Adesanya, obviously a phenomenal fighter, but I feel like Jared brings maybe to the table what we thought Paulo Costa was going to bring, and it didn't really happen. You know, that power, that aggression, that intensity. You can't take away from Israel Adesanya, but I think that's what we want to see him get tested with. Like you said, just as fans, this looks like it's going to be a spectacular matchup.
Yeah, and I can tell you right now, Jared's not going to be drinking red wine before the night. So yeah, I'm excited. Super excited for Jared.
That's awesome. Does that bleed over to you at all? I mean, seeing a guy getting ready for a UFC title fight in your gym, I mean, does that do anything for, I don't know, your confidence, your intensity, like knowing, okay, I'm right here beside guys that are fighting for titles?
Oh yeah, and it's all started with Benson. Benson's still at the gym training alongside us, so we get to see him train just as hard as he always has. And for someone to come up in the gym, following the same blueprint, I'm sure it inspires all of us to follow that same path, and we could get there too.
That's incredible. So is Benson really still the team leader there? I mean, is like he's that involved on a daily basis?
Oh no, he's there every day, grinding with us just as hard, and and definitely a leader. We all look up to him, and he definitely sets the standard for the gym, which is pretty high.
That's awesome, man. He's been doing it at such a high level for so long, man. That's fantastic to hear, man. All right, let's talk about you. What's next for you? We don't think this tattoo is going to happen, so maybe a little
Yeah.
vacation. But what are you doing? I mean, are there names that you're looking at? Are there dates on the calendar? I mean, are you wanting to keep this thing rolling? I mean, after a impressive performance like that, what do we see next from you?
Well, I set the date for maybe October, and I was looking at some of the fights from the same card, the other bantamweights, and I know Umar is now ranked, but there's Paiva, and I forget his other name. I'm sorry, but I was looking at those fights too, and we fought the same night, so I'm sure they would be ready around the same time I would be ready. So maybe one of those guys, but I'm sure with me, I know there's a bunch of fun matchups coming up.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to be in a fight that's not fun. It's just not your style, man. I mean, I don't think it matters who they pair you up with. It's going to be exciting, right?
Oh yeah, and that's the thing I love about myself. Like looking at myself, I'm always going to be exciting, no matter what type of fight I'm going to be in.
Awesome, man. Well, Mario, I won't take up any more of your time. Let you enjoy a little bit of free time, but just want to say congratulations. Really, honestly, blown away, I should say, by your performance, and looking forward to the next one.
Thank you, John. I really appreciate it.